So, hi everyone, the Collector here with a new video, a retro-oriented video regarding the Dreamcast. Maybe one of the saddest story in the video game industry, a great console with a lot of games, etc. Though I was never a big fan, meaning that I was appreciating this system, but I never got into it because this was the time of the period where I slowly had transitioned to PC gaming, and after several years I returned to console gaming. But maybe that's a story for another video. I wanted to do a small unboxing of one of the Dreamcasts that I own, and because I'm currently doing a restructuring of my collection, so I will be selling this console, so I thought why not unboxing a little bit and maybe speak about some things regarding this one. So this is a Dreamcast that I bought in Greece, I think back in 2006 if I'm not mistaken, and I had paid for the complete box with almost everything inside, and with these two games also. I have it since then. I think I paid like 50 euros. That's approximately $50, for example. So yeah, they were selling like this complete almost for bargain prices. 2006 was a very nice year if you wanted to get into collecting. The prices were on the floor for this, for Pokemon cards, almost for everything. So yeah, I thought of maybe unboxing and take a look at what is really inside. So you see here in the back some things that are being said and described for the consoles, 4 control ports, the Hitachi processor, we have here the custom CD-ROM technology. It was a great console, maybe the best console that Sega had released in my opinion, though Sega Mega Drive 2, it's still my favorite console of all time, from the Sega environment, because it was also my first console that I had. So yeah, why I really bought this. So in 1999, I remember we had like some markets, they were called Carrefour. You have to imagine it like Best Buy, for example, if you're watching this video in the US. And during this time, I remember 1999 or in the beginning of 2000, they had the Dreamcast where you could play. And I was going in school back in the day, and after school or during the big breaks, we were playing, I think, Soul Calibur. They had also this other fighting game with the stones, Sonic Adventures 2, really great games. The first one, not 2, Sonic Adventures 1. So I was really amazed, but I never had a Dreamcast. So several years later, after having Nintendo 64 and the GameCube, I thought, hey, why not buying a Dreamcast? The prices were so cheap. It was so easy to get the Dreamcast for, like, as I told you, 50 euros, 40 euros, and with complete box. And I thought, hey, why not buy this and play some games? And I really did. I remember I also bought the Shenmue series, which is one of my favorite games, definitely, from that era. It was an amazing open world game, even played in 2006, several years after. I was really amazed in how good this game was when it was out released. I was only reading as a child when I flew over the magazines back in 2001. And yeah, when I saw this, I thought, wow, this console is really amazing. It had some great fighting games. So this is how it's inside. Obviously, you're using a CD. So let's say you're using this one, Revolt. It's a racing game, a demo disc. So you put it here inside, and then you are clicking on power, and it will start. The console is fully functional. It's in a great shape because I didn't really play a lot with it. I played some games, and then the transition happened to PC gaming slowly because of World of Warcraft and other games. So this one really stayed sealed in the box for several years. I might have played with it 5-6 times during the years later. So that's why also I thought of selling it to someone who really loves it, who really wants it to play a little bit more, because I didn't ever have an emotional attachment with Dreamcast. Over the years I have accumulated various things, consoles, collectible things that I'm not really feeling attached to. So I am one of these guys who is selling some stuff from his collection to invest it in things that I really like. For example, I have a Nintendo 64, but instead of a Dreamcast, I would really love to have the Pokemon edition, the Pikachu edition, for example, because with the Nintendo 64 I have a bigger emotional attachment. So here we have also the power cable that you can see it here. So this one is for the US, and I have this adapter in order to use it in our Greek or European power plugs, and you are pushing it here, the power cable. And in order to get a picture, because obviously you want to see something, you need also the AV out cable. There are several HDMI converters where you can use it with your newer TV. So here you see, I don't know how many of you are of my generation, but back in the day you had these 3 cables in order to get video and audio, and you were using also a SCART for several TVs. So yeah, that's how you connect the Dreamcast. Now, one of the highlights obviously of this console is the controller. Now the controller, it still feels very good to play. I really like it. Obviously I am now accustomed to having 2 joysticks, but it's a good controller. I mean, I can play for several hours and I don't feel any fatigue or something. It's bulky, it's big, but to be honest with you, I like this type of controllers, even if it's like a monster. Now here we have this how was it called, MVU. So this is a memory card. It was also serving as a memory card, but you could also play some games here. Now the battery obviously has run out. I remember 4 years ago it had still some juice. It's working perfectly, like it's displaying here when I play, for example, the racing game Revolt. It would show here a small racing car from the game when you have it attached here. Then you can see the racing card here. You could play also games only on this one. So, I mean, it still feels so futuristic. Even many years after its release, it really feels great. Yeah, this is the controller. You can see here the back buttons. You have your typical X, A, B, C, Y buttons, and then you have the memory, aka small console. Then we have here a CD, and I remember, I have another game here, Tokyo Highway Challenge, and this is the Dream Key, where you can, this was also here within the box. And one thing that we should be mentioning regarding this console is that you see here it says internet browser disk. So back in 1999, especially in Greece, where we had a very slow internet back in the day, we haven't really like the big fast internet like in other European countries. This thing was so futuristic. You could connect to the internet with your console and then play some games like how was it called? Was it Persona? I don't remember. I wasn't really into MMO, especially in 2000, 2001. MMO and multiplayer games became a thing for me, especially during the Warcraft 3 era, and then with World of Warcraft, where I got into the MMO world. Here you can see also the visual memory. That's the thing that I told you. here how you can exchange the battery, how this works, but how you can set it up, setting up the date and time. So you had like a user manual only for the visual memory, the small thing that I pulled out of the controller. Then again, user manual, another one for the Dream Key. So how, I guess, you connect to the internet. I never connected this to the internet. I never tried it out, especially because I came pretty late to this. Then we have here, what is this? This is a warranty, Sega warranty. Remember to keep this warranty together with your proof of purchase. Okay. And last but not least, we have here the big user manual, English and French, where you can get some ideas. It's in black and white. So showing you a little bit of how it looks, how it is. Yeah. So a pretty standard console from the millennial age. Now, where are we now regarding this console? So some part of me, I'm a little bit, I never showed you how you connect the Dreamcast controller. So you connect it here. So some part of me is a little bit sad regarding to selling the console, but to be honest with you, I never played with it. I played very, very little. I don't have many of the games that I own on Dreamcast. I didn't have a lot of games, and I prefer to invest into consoles that I really like. I prefer even the Sega Mega Drive to get some games there. So I'm really happy because it will go to a fellow collector, someone who wants to own the console. It's in a great shape, as you can see, with the box, and he wants to place it in his display area. So right after this, you will see a small short gameplay video with the racing game, the demo, the Revolt game, from my TV that I'm using for retro games, because it has HDMI, it has SCART, it has AV connectivity, it has all of the older connectivities. It's a Samsung TV. But yeah, feel free to let some comments below. Did you own a Dreamcast? Do you still own a Dreamcast? Do you like the games? Which was your favorite game? Which was your favorite time? In my personal opinion, the fighting games, the Soul Caliburs, and especially the Shenmue, it's still my favorite thing to play here. I didn't play a lot of games on the Dreamcast. I think I played around 15 games, but Shenmue and the fighting games, they were a big highlight on this console. Sonic games were also nice, but I was never a big fan. A lot of people say the Sonic Adventure 2 is a very good game, that better than the first one, and I should to check it out. But I guess I will do this through emulation. So yeah, one video, farewell video for the Dreamcast, leaving my home and going to another one's collection. Bye everyone. So this is the demo disc from Revolt. Let's check it out.